Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, big movie dish in the hot dish.
No, I am your father.
Star Wars is coming back to a theater near you.
I'm retiring.
So is Indiana Jones. We have it all. Then, Molly Shannon returns to SNL and proves she's still a superstar. And meet the latest Minnesotans to land an HGTV show. Meet the stars of Renovation 911. The Jason Show starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day.
You're a tiger.
Give it up for Debbie Gibson, everyone.
We do it our own way.
Yes!
Let's make it a good day.
I did not do that.
Hello, everybody. Kicking off a brand new week. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Jason Show. Hey, everybody, I'm Jason. Hello. Good audience today. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a sidekick sister, Kendall Mark, everybody.
Hi. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm great. Happy Monday. My
Happy
goodness.
Monday.
Hi.
We have a full house.
Yes.
We have like 80. And we found we have like 80 birthdays in the audience today.
How are we going to say happy birthday 80
I
times?
don't know. I feel the pressure of having to be, we have to be extra entertaining today.
Extra entertaining.
Yeah, we promise. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm leaving on a vacation tomorrow at 6 a.m. So
I know. I'm excited for you. Kendall's leaving. Shane will be filling in. I just got back for a quick weekend. It was Colin's birthday over the weekend, and we went to Vegas. One of our favorite, we love Vegas. And I got to tell you, two things. First, I told you guys this last year, because we usually go on his birthday. He loves Vegas. And I told you guys a little tip last year that a lot of you have done, and that is, last year we went to the airport about an hour early, and there at the Delta terminal, where most of the Minneapolis flights fly out of, there's a little bar that's right in front of the gates. So we got there early, so I sat there with Colin, and the bartender, we chatted up the bartender, good-looking guy, tattoos, the whitest teeth you'll ever see on earth, and I'm talking to him, and he goes, well, you know what? He goes, you always play the slots here at the airport. And I went, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, I have watched person after person win jackpots on and then I've talked to other people, and they say those are the loose slots, the ones at the airport. So I won a little that time. So we got there early yesterday, and son of a biscuit, I won. I didn't really win in regular Vegas. I won yesterday at those slots, the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Now look, it's not enough to take all of you people for margaritas or anything, but I know. But I won. My buddy Lisa Lacourcier won a little bit there. And the bartender was there, and he goes, I remember you. You're like a radio guy, aren't you?
You know a bartender?
Oh, I'm going to miss you tomorrow. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you so much tomorrow.
So much.
Yes, Kendall, I know a bartender. It shocks you, I know. But no, so there's tip number one. So go play those. Number two, for Colin's dinner, when we're in Vegas, I don't want fancy. I don't want to dress up. I dress up every day. You know, give me fast food, quick service. But we had a nice meal for Colin's birthday. We went to Martha Stewart's restaurant. We went to it's called the Bradford. It's in Bedford. Bedford.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Tomato.
Tomato. It's in the Paris Casino in Vegas, owned by Caesars. I am not kidding. Probably one of my top 5 meals of the past 12 months. Yeah.
And you know people in the food industry.
Well, and I say that because I'm lucky enough to have friends in the food industry, so I get to go to openings and stuff like that. top 5 of the last 10 to 12 months.
Wow.
And and sometimes these celebrity places, they put their name on it and they're not there. Girl, Martha's there every season doing the menu. I had the Martha roast chicken. I put Martha's name in front of everything, even if it was. I'm like, I had Martha's chicken. I had Martha's smashed potatoes.
Ooh.
They take a baked potato table side and they
Right
smash
there?
it in front of you, and they put creme fraiche and
Sounds
butter,
messy.
and they make the baked potato right in front of you.
Yummy.
Her cocktails are great. Look, let me tell you, it's a little pricey, so this is like a special occasion place. But if you're looking for that in Vegas, I'm happy to say Martha is kicking Urs. I mean, she is doing, it's really, really, really good. So the Bedford.
The Bedford.
The Bedford.
Not the Bradford.
Not the Bradford, yeah.
Bedford.
I love you, Martha. Good cocktails, too.
Yummy.
Great cocktails. Probably the best cosmopolitan I've ever had.
She is known for her now
Yeah.
infamous pictures taking with cocktails and
Yes.
selfies. So.
And she has a little homage to her buddy Snoop.
Oh, thank God.
Snoop was just there. We sat next to the table. The server said that at opening, Snoop came to the opening. It was just last year, and the server said, "See that table behind you?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "That's where Martha and Snoop sat by themselves after the party kind of died down." They just kind of and I look back there, and it looked like the perfect table for
To
those
view.
two. Yeah, it's a great place. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. SNL was new this weekend, and legendary former cast member Molly Shannon came back, as did one of her most well-known and loved characters. You know who. Look at this.
And Sally here was starring, and she rocked their world. And they don't want to fire anybody. They were just hoping that, you could let Sally add a little something.
Okay, Sally, what little something do you think you could add?
Try 5 decades of dirty dancing and red pantsing. I got half a century of sizzling my lady schnizzle. Nothing wrong with that. Like being a woman. The Grand Canyon's got nothing on me.
Okay, I've engineered my entire life so I would never have to see what I just saw.
Sally O'Malley. They had her as a choreographer. For the Jonas Brothers. That was an iconic character if you're young and you don't know, when Molly was on in SNL in the late 90s. So good. So good.
I liked in the very beginning too, they did a little homage to her Catholic schoolgirl character. She put her hands in her armpits and smelled them.
Yeah.
Great
Superstar.
superstar.
She's one of my favorites. There was we have another clip a little bit later, but another great clip was Bowen Yang as Gay Jafar.
That was my
so
favorite.
good. That was so good.
Oh,
Look at it
God.
during Weekend Update. Bowen Yang is just like probably one of the brightest of this current cast. He's so good. Next in the dish, Roni, that's Real Housewives of New York Legacy, was a go. Remember, that's when they were going to bring back all the original ones. And then they're in Bravo's like, "Oh, no, you want too much money, so we're not going to do it." Well, now it's back again. The Real Housewives of New York spinoff that would reunite the original cast may be back in the mix. So Page 6 says, there's a headline there, Bravo is hoping to revive the show as an ultimate girls' trip type show. Talks between the women and Bravo, like I said, broke down a bit ago because of money. They all wanted a lot of money, and they all wanted to be paid the same. So far, the Countess, Sonia, Kelly Ben Simone, Al Sharpton, and Dorinda, if you get that reference, 1,000 points. And Dorinda Medley have been offered spots. Bravo is hoping to get Ramona too, but no word on Jill. Look, this, and if you don't know the vernacular, what I mean by ultimate girls trip is a very short amount of time. Like they'll shoot for about a week and then cut it into like 7 episodes. That way they still get a show, and maybe they don't have to pay as much, and they can still get that cast.
Do you think they'll still do it in New York, or they'll go somewhere like they do for Ultimate Girls Trip?
Probably go somewhere.
Yeah. Make
But
it easier.
but if this is the way to get the girls, because I'm going to remain optimistic. I have a story coming up a little bit later about negative fans before you even see something. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm not going to bust on the new Roni until I see it, but I just have a funny feeling fans want to see the originals. They don't want a CW younged up version of the Housewives. I think, I don't know if it's going to be a ratings hit, but I'm going to remain optimistic. Next in the dish, a staple character on The Late Show with David Letterman is closing up shop. Remember this guy?
Rupert, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Huh?
I'm here, Dave.
Now, do you know how we play? Please stop calling me Chief.
Yeah, you just keep on calling him Chief.
Yeah. What does that say on your shirt? What does your shirt say?
It says corn dog ever news.
Okay. Close enough. Has something to do with corn dogs, right?
That's right, yeah.
Now, do you serve corn dogs there in the restaurant?
No, someone just gave me this T-shirt.
Yeah. Do you call it a restaurant or do you call it a store? What do you call it?
Deli.
A deli.
A deli, and a damn good one at that. That's the Hello Dolly in New York. Oh, this is sad. But it's good news for Rupert G and his wife. Anyway, they're closing. Rupert G was the owner and appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman on CBS 400 times. His deli, by the way, is in the same building as the Ed Sullivan Theater where Letterman was and then now Colbert is. I've been there. If you watch this show, Letterman, it's Johnny Carson, Letterman, and Howard Stern, Oprah, Howard Stern are kind of my broadcasting trifecta. Nothing was better than when they would set the cameras in the Hello Dolly and they would, guess the Slurpee, guess the sandwich, or they would mic up Rupert and have him go out and do stuff.
They would have him go out and interview people?
Oh, yeah. And he did an interview where they did that until he was chased down the road by a guy with a knife.
Oh my gosh!
And they stopped doing that because they would dress him up as like a server, and then he would be. Ellen did it for years, but Dave did it first. They would put Rupert G with a earpiece, and Dave would go, put a lot of pepper on that woman's salad. And he would keep putting the pepper, and the people would get really angry at him, but it was the best television. It was so good. Anyway, they don't know when they're going to close or looking for a buyer. If you're in New York, get one more sandwich at the Hello Deli. Lots more to come, but first, more photos from our audience selfie booth. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Go to eventbrite.com. Welcome back. As I said, more SNL for you. Molly Shannon stopped in the office of the Please Don't Destroy guys. And that, my friends, is our late night rewind.
Hey, are you guys free to talk ideas?
Molly! Hey, come on in. We're just playing some video games. Nice, dude.
Do you want to know the truth is... Wait, what game is this?
It's your game. Molly Shannon 2K23.
It's really fun. You play as Molly Shannon, balancing your career as an actor with raising a family.
We're on the Tonight Show side quest.
And that's how I embarrass myself in front of Obama.
Funny anecdote unlocked.
Yes, dude.
Oh, you just cracked Jimmy up.
There's a game about my life?
Oh, dude, we unlocked an NYU commencement speech. Press A to tell kids to follow their dreams, or B, do a tirade on cancel culture.
B.
Don't press B. This generation is a bunch of snowflakes.
Career setback.
Oh, that just made us drop all our turnips.
What are turnips?
Turnips are dollars. You can use them to buy new outfits in the Molly market. You should talk to someone about that.
I haven't talked to anyone about any of this. I mean, shouldn't I be getting paid or something?
I would assume so. They've been making them for like years.
Molly, 2K. That's good. It was a pretty good episode overall. I love her so much. She's so good in White Lotus. Oh, gosh, was she good. Next in the dish, you're going to love this. I watched this on the plane. Come back to the TV if you haven't seen this. Michael J. Fox is opening up about his battle with Parkinson's in a new documentary that he's doing for Apple TV+. The trailer just dropped. It's called Still. Look.
The popularity of Michael J. Fox is a phenomenon.
Here is Michael J. Fox. What is the secret of your success?
And the winner is
Michael J. Fox. I don't believe this. This is great.
I feel 4 feet tall.
I get it. I was big. I was bigger than bubblegum. I woke up and I noticed my pinky. Auto-animated. Parkinson's disease. I told Tracy the news. In sickness and in health, I remember her whispering. No one outside of my family knew. There was only one reason I took these pills. To hide. But all those years of hiding was shaking me awake.
Yeah. It's important to remember pop culture-wise, entertainment-wise. Michael J. Fox you heard that line that he was bigger than bubblegum. He was the biggest thing. I mean, there was a period, Jeff, it was 85, wasn't it? 85? There was a thing where he was #1 on television, Family Ties. It wasn't a #1 show, but it was on the #1 network, and it did damn well. So he had basically the #1 show. And then he went ahead, he got permission from NBC to do a little bitty movie called Back to the Future. So he was #1 at the box office, he was #1 on television, and he was everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Teen magazines. He was doing specials, Circus of the Stars, Johnny Carson, no matter where, that he was the hottest thing. And he represented the political movement of the time. He was a kid that loved Reagan. You know what I mean? So he represented the 80s. It just, and then continuing in the 90s with Spin City. So I love this guy. I think he's just the best. And what he's done for Parkinson's, the billions of dollars that he has raised through the Michael J. Fox Foundation has been transformative in the research to get rid of that just awful condition. So yeah, still hits Apple TV Plus next month if you want to watch that. I love it. Because generationally we're different. If I say Michael J. Fox to you, what do you think of first?
I think Back to the Future.
Do you think Back to the Future?
Yeah, I mean, it was still such a huge movie for anyone my age too.
Yeah.
We still watched it, you know.
Pretty dressed, by the way. You look very nice today.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
My ADD, just, you know, just.
I'll take it.
Is that new? I'm just joking. I
It
know.
is.
I ask her that every day. Next in the dish, we have a Jason Show follow-up to tell you about. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
I feel like Peter Jennings. Turns out, Diddy may have been exaggerating about how much he pays Sting. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, so last week, Diddy seemed to confirm that he pays Sting $5,000 every day for sampling one of Sting's songs. But now Diddy, because it went everywhere, Diddy's now dialing that back. He said that he's being facetious. And the two have been friends for a long time, and he doesn't get charged $3 or $5 grand a day. The original report said that Diddy pays Sting $2 grand a day. Now that may still be true. Oh, I'm sorry. We're off by $3,000. I'm really, really sorry.
$2 grand a day. Darn.
But come on, he should pay Sting something.
Yeah.
As we listen back to back, I forgot how similar. It's basically the same song.
I know. Well, they just really screwed up in not asking for permission before doing it.
And if you're Sting, do you even notice that blip in your checking account? You know what I mean? When that $3,000 comes in, like if that was us, we would go out to Chi-Chi's. You know what I mean? We would go.
I'd be like, who screwed up? This is amazing.
If every morning you woke up and there were $3,000,
$2,000.
Or $2,000, let's go to Shields. You know what I mean? Let's go buy a tent. Let's go buy, I don't know, I've never been to Shields. I think you can buy tents there, but yeah. I hear you can buy anything there.
Everything.
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 Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Big Shields fans. Big Shields fans.
Did you watch the Masters this weekend?
Oh my gosh, your ADD is literally everywhere today. But yes, I watched the Masters this weekend.
People are shocked that I loved it. I'm so glad.
I know, and you had like opinions on it. It was.
I
was very impressed.
I'm so glad Koepka didn't win. I didn't want him to win.
An opinion.
And John Rahm won.
Yep.
I loved him. And then the little amateur guy, I wanted him to win, but he kind of, left.
He was an amateur. I mean, the fact that he was even in the top 10 for a little while in slight contention on the leaderboard was kind of crazy.
It's so good. Next in the dish, big Star Wars news over the weekend. Lucasfilm has announced 3 more movies in the Star Wars universe are in the works. So one of them, likely the one to be released first, will feature the return of Daisy Ridley as Rey. This film is going to be set about 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker, which came out in 2019. It was the final movie of the Skywalker saga. Another of the three, will delve into the origins of the Force. That will take place 25,000 years before any Star Wars movie. That one they're describing as kind of like the 10 Commandments of the Force.
Moses!
Yeah. With
Will
Charlton
come down.
Heston. Yes.
Yes.
And the third will put a bow on the time frame in series like The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. We don't know when the release is. Disney's current slate includes a release in December of 2025 and 2027.
It's so far out.
Well, 2025 is not that bad.
It still just seems so far out.
Here's what I want to say. You know, I watched, this all was revealed at the big convention on Friday. And before you could say Chewbacca, the overgrown man babies, the YouTuber man babies online were already complaining and moaning about the return of Rey. And you can now, not everyone, but some of them are just misogynistic man babies who don't like Rey because God forbid a Jedi should be a woman, and God forbid, you know. And it angers me. Give it a chance. Remember I said I'm going to say this? Give the movies a chance before you rip on them.
Right.
I don't like that thread of fandom, whether it's Star Wars or Marvel or Lord of the Rings. This toxic fandom of moaning and complaining just to do it. Now, I get YouTube. They do it because they get, complaining gets you clicks and money.
Right.
But give it a chance, for heaven's sake.
So
you know what I
weird.
mean? Just wait till it comes out. What fun, you know?
Did I see? Is this true? I saw that Jude Law is going to be in one of them potentially.
Yeah, he's in a show. He's going to be in a show. On Disney Plus. Yeah. Oh, settle down there.
Gonna watch that.
Lucasfilm also released the trailer for the fifth Indiana Jones movie. This one is called The Dial of Destiny. Look at this.
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy? Don't move.
We need to get out of here. Stop! Sorry.
Dr. Jones, get him. Hitler made mistakes.
Only Indy can ride a horse and chase down the subway, let me tell you. Yeah.
Impressive.
It looks good. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy also said the fifth movie will be the longest Indy movie at 2 hours and 22 minutes. Indiana Jones, hey, at least it's not 4 hours like Avatar. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is going to hit theaters in June. This looks, I love Indiana Jones, so I'm excited for this one. This one, but again, there's all the fanboys. Oh, I don't know about it. I don't know. Just,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it'll be a really fun one to see in theaters. You know, because it's likely the last one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, you have to see Indiana Jones at a theater. You have, I mean.
To hear the crack.
Yeah, you need the music, the effects, all of that. Yeah. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. Back in a moment. Coming up, my friends, HGTV loves Minnesota. You're going to meet the latest stars to come from the land of 10,000 lakes. The hosts of Renovation 911 are here live. That and more when we come back. This is going to be fun. Welcome back. Well, I love this. So our next guests are the latest Minnesotans to get their own show on HGTV. It's a thing, girl. HGTV loves us. The show is called Renovation 911, and instead of home renovation, these two specialize in home restoration. Look at this.
We specialize in emergency restoration.
What's happening?
my gosh! To make that a bit simpler, you have a fire, flood, storm damage, or any other disaster, we tear your house apart and put it back together.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is unbelievable.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Kirsten.
We're general contractors, we're sisters, and we've seen it all.
Woo!
We really see people in the worst situations.
It's hard to be back here.
But then in the end, we see them.
It's amazing.
I've never been so grateful for water damage in my life.
There it is. That's Renovation 911. New episodes debut Tuesday nights on HGTV. Audience, give it up for, as you heard, real-life sisters and business partners, Lindsay and Kirsten, everyone. Welcome. Let me start with a compliment. It is one thing to be, I always joke, God gives with two hands sometimes. It's really good. It's rare to be good, really good at one thing. But you two, knowing something about doing television, not only are you good at your day job, we'll call the restoration, but y'all are really good on television. You are really, really good on TV. And that's hard to do. People think it's easy, but it's hard to do just to be natural. You guys are really yourselves on camera, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's very nice.
How did this idea come about?
Well, we've been working on this for a long time, actually, a long time in the making, but we never...
Doing a TV show?
No, well, kind of. It's like
Okay.
4 years in the making of a TV show. So my best friend from high school knew a producer in LA. She's like, you gotta meet my best friend and her sister. They own a construction company in Minnesota. The producer's like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So after a lot more coaxing, she said, just start having them video themselves on their iPhones, send me some clips. So we kept sending clips and she's like, oh, you were right. They're good. We like them. So then, yeah, they presented it to a production company. We got a sizzle reel and a pilot, and here we are with a full show.
So this started with an iPhone. Like you shot your original
2019.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
And you just followed yourself, like you had no producer, you two did it yourselves.
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah. We had mom and dad, we had our kids, we had our team filming us everywhere we went.
I love that. You guys, Mom, Dad, mic me up. Go ahead, mic me up. Did you have microphone? I mean, what?
No.
It was just iPhones.
I mean, we have very loud voices, so we don't necessarily need a microphone ever. But yeah.
Was it both of your dreams to do this, or just?
Oh no,
no.
Neither of our dreams.
Yeah, this was definitely not something planned. I mean, I went to college for business, entrepreneurship, like building businesses, building teams. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I would have 8 episodes
on HGTV. It's not like you're on Crocodile Television. You're on, you know what I mean? Which I'm sure is a network in Louisiana. I'm just saying, but yeah. But you're on HG. So I always call it, take me to that moment. I want to know the moment, because we've all had it. Maybe it's on a TV show, but you find out a relative's pregnant or something. Take me to the moment that you get the email or call from HGTV.
You're never gonna believe this. I was in New York City.
I'm so scared of what you're gonna tell me. Okay.
It's all good.
I will never forget this moment. I was in New York City at NBC Studios. I mean,
were you on the tour?
No,
Oh.
I was just literally like, we were in family trip, we're all on Zoom, and all these producers say, okay, meet, at 10:30 on Zoom. I'm in the basement at a coffee shop in the biggest city, in the United States. And
I was on my phone, and yeah, we had a powwow. We're like, okay, all these people want to talk to us all at the same time. Something's happening. We either got it or we didn't get it, and we got the season.
Okay, so let me see. So you were already on a trip. You were on a trip already planned in New York,
Yes.
or they told you to be in New York?
Oh, no.
No, so you were already in New York, and you got a phone call, was like, we need you on Zoom
Yes.
at this specific time.
Correct.
And then they delivered the news to you.
Yes.
Did you cry? Did you throw up? Did you, like, what was the initial reaction?
We don't usually have like lost for words. We're
Yeah.
pretty lengthy in our vocabulary, but we didn't have anything to say. We were like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tears.
Mm-hmm.
And my information is people are, I'm not just saying this because you're a guest here, people are loving your show. Like already, and it's hard because look, you guys know, look, the HGTV has, there's a ton of shows, and it's hard to break through, especially as a new show. Y'all have already broken through. How does that feel?
it feels really rewarding. So this is what we do every day. We never thought it would be on camera. And so to see our line of work out there and being presented in a really beautiful way, we feel very lucky.
And what they do is really beautiful. So how does this show stand apart from other HGTV shows? We're going to delve more into the concept and why it'll make you cry happy tears. More with Lindsay and Kirsten when we come back. Back in a moment. That's great. I love that you were in New York. So great. I'm telling you, Minnesota pops out HGTV stars like a mugwai in a pool. Seriously. We're back, and if you get that pop culture reference, 100 points. We're back with the stars. Thank you, 100 points. We're back with the stars of the new HGTV show, Renovation 911. Lindsay and Kirsten. All new episodes, by the way, air Tuesday nights at 8 on HGTV, or you can stream it on Disney+. As I always say, watch it live, support the show, get those ratings up. Okay, not that they need it. Let's talk about the concept of the show. We saw the clip at the very beginning. Walk us through the concept.
So the show goes through two emergencies.
Okay.
So the first emergency is from the beginning of the episode all the way to the end. And the second emergency is a smaller emergency that's more of a one-room emergency, so a bathroom or a bedroom or something like that. So every episode has two emergencies, and guess what? Two reveals. Mm-hmm. So it keeps the audience engaged throughout the whole hour.
Well, and also, unlike just, not just, but unlike, okay, we're going to just get this new house, there's unfortunately, but fortunately, kind of a tragedy, either small t or capital T, at the heart of the show.
Usually a capital T tragedy. So we get there, Lindsay and I are pretty close to the first people on site other than our team, and we assess the damage with the cameras. We do demo with the cameras. We walk them through the process. They've had a horrible fire, water loss, storm loss. Their world has been completely, thrown upside down. And they're not prepared for it because they weren't planning a remodel or they weren't saving money. It just happens out of the blue, and so we really have to work through the process.
Go ahead. And you have to get them comfortable with sharing this very personal thing on television.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's really, Kirsten and I have very different roles, and that's really what makes us good at what we do. So for me, I take the first call, really walk the clients through next steps. Empathy, compassion. I mean, they just need someone to lean on. Mm-hmm. And that's really what we do. We kind of play therapist in the beginning, to be honest. And then, once they kind of get over that hurdle of acceptance that this has happened to their home, then we can get them to see, that other side where Kirsten comes in.
Yeah, there's a big light at the end of the tunnel, but it takes a long time to get there. But I get to do the design and all the selections and just work with them very, very closely to get them the house they want.
You said long time, and I know we don't want to give away all the magic, the behind the scenes magic or that goes in, but what kind of timetable are we talking about? Because there's one thing to do this in real life, but now there's quite another to do this for television. Mm-hmm. What is your timetable like for a typical tragedy?
It really depends on the size of the project. It could be, our smaller losses could take, a month. Our larger losses could take up to 9 months. Mm-hmm. It just really depends. And we have to work within certain timelines because we're working with insurance companies. All of these.
And they're so much fun.
They can be. They can be. The good news is we've been in business since 1977.
Yeah.
So we've built some really good relationships. And, you know, the goal for us is to come to a mutual agreement so we can get the clients back into their homes as soon as possible. So we have the same goals, but just with the filming process, now we add another layer to it, and we still have the same timeline we have
Whether
to hit.
the cameras are there or not.
Exactly.
How do you not just break down crying at these reveals?
Oh, we do. There's a lot of tears.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night's episode, I lose it.
Do you lose it?
I absolutely lose it because, I mean, this woman, she's a single mom raising two amazing children and lost everything. And so to bring her back into her house, she's got her house paid off. I mean, she's just an amazing woman.
She's a teacher. I mean, everything about her is incredible.
Oh, she's a teacher?
I know.
Okay, you're killing me here.
I
mean,
know.
like, yeah.
I have goosebumps right now.
Okay, we're not done. Stay right there. Go get some more coffee or a Bud Light or whatever. More with Lindsay and Kirsten when we come back. Back in a moment. Welcome back. We're back with the stars of the new HD TV show, Renovation 911, Lindsay and Kirsten. Again, new episodes, I'll remind you in a little bit too, Tuesdays at 8 on HD TV and then also on Discovery Plus. How did you get started in something like this?
Well, we got started because we've been doing this almost our whole life. It was our dad's business. So he was the first employee of Ungerman Construction. And then him and his partner bought out the original owner, Ron Sr., in the early 2000s. And we bought out our dad in 2017. So, I mean, we grew up at job sites. We grew up with our dad's beeper. Beep, beep, beep,
yeah.
beep, beep, beep.
Back when we had beepers.
Yeah. And people would yell the number, and we'd all have to memorize part of the number, and we'd go to a payphone. I mean, that was our life.
Yeah.
So.
And full disclosure, I am dear friends with Sonia Ungerman. I work with her over at my radio station, My Talk 107.1, an angel here on earth. I love that woman.
And
love
they
her.
are on an episode.
Are they on an episode? Sonia, I love it. Okay, let's talk general advice, some fresh takes on design when we're, because again, this isn't about remodeling, this is about restoring. Let's start with wallpaper. Talk to me about wallpaper. It's back.
Oh,
It is back with a vengeance, and it's so fun because it really just can transform a space. Kirsten and I actually have our own brand coming out.
Really?
Yes. We've got a few designs, and you'll see it on tomorrow night's episode.
Where can you get your wallpaper?
On our website, practicalhome.com.
Love a shameless plug, girl. I love it. Give it.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, tomorrow night, she really wanted to spice up her hallway walls heading upstairs, and what better way to do it than with some fun wallpaper?
And rather economically, you know what I mean? I mean, you can get, I mean, I don't know how much yours is. I'm just going to say it's economical, but it is.
Very.
But that's why I love that it's back, because it's a fun way, like an accent wall or an entryway, I think is a good.
And it's peel and stick. So anybody can do it. That's the beauty. We want to make this simple.
Easy.
It's easy, it's fun.
It's beautiful.
Cabinets, what's new with cabinets?
Well, you know, so we often go back with what a customer has because of the insurance budget. However, lots of people, you know, if they want to brighten a space, we still go with lots of white cabinets. But if you want a stained look and you want it to, you know, mix with the rest of your house, go with stained cabinetry.
Yeah.
And then for a lot of fun, go with a color. You know, in this next episode, half of the kitchen is green, half is white. You know, just feel free to mix it up.
Are people still doing the island one color and then the cabinets the other?
Yes.
Sometimes? Okay.
Yeah,
You
sometimes.
paused on that. Okay.
Well, now they're
Should we
mixing
not be doing
I
that?
was gonna say it's such a personal preference.
It is.
And so we don't come in and push our preference on our customers. We have to really work with them to find out what's their style, what's their look. And so we help them make it work.
Do you agree a lot on design, taste-wise? Oh, you paused again!
I was like, come on! I mean, most of the time, yes. But
Who has better
sometimes
taste?
we have a strong. It's not better or worse. It's not better or worse. It's just different.
How very diplomatic of you. No.
I mean, I like really bright, as you can tell. You know, she likes more traditional, neutral.
Okay. So you're more, okay, so are you more clean lines modern and you're more...
I'm more like clean and white, and I like to accessorize with color, where she goes a little bit bolder on like the tile or, you know, things that are more
I hear you.
Permanent,
yeah.
Okay.
So, but I mean, every episode has a totally different style, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Okay, personal touches. Talk to me about personal touches.
So after, you know, our clients go through a tragic event, we really try to either incorporate something that was from their old space into the new, or we think of a memory, a vacation. So it's really important to us is, yes, we're moving them back in, but we want them, this new space, to have some meaning. And however we do that,
A
there's
connection
a lot
to the
of,
past.
Yes.
Exactly. Yep.
Yes.
So whether it's a picture or, I love that.
Or something that burned up in their previous kitchen. Like, if we can salvage it, clean it, and repurpose it, it's pretty important that we make it happen.
Give me a preview. So you talked about, what's it, Monday today?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's episode. Talk to me about some of your other favorite elements of for this first season. What's another case that you're excited for us to see?
Ooh. Well, you mentioned Sonia.
Yeah.
So Ron and Sonia moved into a brand new home, and 48 hours after closing, ice dams.
Yeah.
And it was raining inside their brand new house. So we all can relate.
Yeah.
You know, up here in the Midwest, it's definitely something we have to work with and get that snow removed out the house.
How was Sonia on television?
Oh, she was awesome.
When you see her, you'll know what she's. I love her, that woman, so much.
Yeah.
It's so great. So eight episodes this season?
8 one-hour episodes.
Yep, and then I become a client on the last episode.
You do?
We had a major storm come through the Twin Cities, hail, 2 inches, and yeah.
You're on your own show.
I know!
I don't love that. I'm just like.
In a twist.
She's my therapist, though.
Yeah, I come in and play
Is that the season finale?
Yes.
If I was producing this, that's exactly what I would do. I love it. Okay. So we're just going to put this out here because it's not if. When you get a season 2, will you come back?
Please.
Okay, done.
Yeah,
there we
would
go.
be happy to.
Give it up for Lindsay and Kirsten, everybody. Catch them, like I said, tomorrow night on Renovation 911 on Discovery or on HDTV, and then later stream anytime on Discovery Plus. Watch them, watch them, watch them. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Oh, that was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome back. I'm loving row 2 over there. Anyway, it's time for the world's shortest segment. We all know the words to I Will Always Love You from The Bodyguard, right? Well, a stage performance of the Bodyguard musical, which is awful, by the way, had to be called off mid-show this weekend in the UK because the audience wouldn't stop singing along. Look. This is real video, everyone. According to the theater, the audience members were off-key, tone-deaf, and disruptive. Police were actually called to calm things down. Eventually, the night show was canceled.
Oh.
Wow, really, people? Behave yourself. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Jeez Louise. Welcome back. It's time for the surprise goodbye. Today, a bed fit for a whole family. Check out this bed for sale from the Big Mattress Company. It measures 12 feet by nearly 7 feet. This is the family extra large model, selling for $4,400. Good luck trying to find sheets or other bedding for this, however. Why?
How do you even wash those sheets?
I mean, no. Because again, I'm thinking practically, It's not like you can go to Macy's and get sheets for that thing. You know what I mean?
No.
You're never going to be able to find stuff for
What
it.
if you found, like, what if you lost a sock in those sheets? It'd be gone forever.
Tomorrow, Kendall and her dog try out the sport of fly ball. It's Kendall's dog so good she turns professional. We'll find out. That's tomorrow. Right now, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody.